All right. Start recording. So welcome, and this is a full house. We're at all regiments because we're in a non-reunion year and we're only meeting quarterly. And we're going to spend the first part with LoC business, our breakouts as usual. I have one question listed for the breakout girls to ask all of you. Then we'll come back to the main screen, give it over to Cindy, and she has 2 pages of events. It's a really exciting time. And then Laurel, I think you probably have Steve handy to come on and tell us some updates from the CEC, and then we'll close. Our next meeting is scheduled for June 11th. We're in our anniversary week for us that's been around, since the dark ages. And if we need to find a happier date so we can get more people on, we'll do that. But right now, that's when it is. Just to report on last time, the breakout, we also did a self-study on what our best practices were. And the reason that we needed to do that and sort of came up with the idea of doing that is Diana and I have been tasked out to join hands with the 68 ladies, not 68 in quantity, but the class of 68 ladies, to help them start their own LoC. So they said, well, how did you do it? And, consequently, we don't know. So we did do a self-study, and here's some of the these actually the top 7 things that helped us communicate, build connections. And tonight you're going to see some fruition of those connection buildings. Personal contact was number 1. It was said in many ways: video, FaceTime, phone calls, and even handwritten notes. And you see it went from there to timely communication, wishing each other happiness on specific holidays. Number 4 is very important. And I think that we continue to do that. And I think that's one reason that we actually have 50 active ladies, and that we spent time finding everyone's talent. And you say, well, I don't have a talent. Everyone has a talent, just as everyone has weaknesses. And we don't talk about weaknesses, but we want to highlight your talent. And if it's only for, taking things to the post office, that's one of my favorite talents of his, like Carol, sharing your artistic talent. We think everyone has something to share. And so we want to help discover that with all of you. Always connecting with the company coordinator, offering to assist with event planning. They run the guy side of the company, and so we support them through our ladies. So always in planning events, and Cindy will talk about some company events that are planned tonight. And then the regimental leaders, my hat's off to them, making that personal contact with phone calls and reminders. And you guys have really helped to build what we call the ladies of the class. Diana, you want to update us on your Super Bowl call?
On my what? I'm sorry.
Your Super Bowl call.
Let's call a Zoom meeting of the LoC on the Super Bowl day. And it was like, we did meet. I was really concerned because I said I had to get off because I need to see if Taylor made it. So we did meet anyway. So it was a fairly long meeting. We haven't met since June. And did you give me my talking point somewhere? There it is.
Yeah.
We haven't met since June. They had some really big discussions around what's going on with the class of 68. Jean really talked about the VA and the VA connections, the videos that they have online. Then there was a discussion about from Andy Lamb, he's a doctor, wanting to explore how to become like a point of contact for class members that need, it was really broad, like mental, behavioral, all kinds of issues. And he was really feeling strongly that we need to have some single point of contact. I had quite a few questions. And then he said, maybe we could have a ladies of the class single point of contact. And I said, and then it got into some discussion, and finally, let's kind of cut it off and said, maybe we need to develop this thing called an emergency operations center. And it's going to be an exploratory committee, and they're going to be looking at some ways to facilitate that single point of contact for needs. And they were asking if there was any of the ladies of the class that have really specific, not specific, have interest in skills that they may want to offer to explain or to participate in this emergency operations center. And if you are interested in working with this subcommittee and Andy Lamb, please contact him personally. Then the VA was interesting. I see VA recorded interviews. They have the 68 the class of 68 is very busy. They're recording lots of stuff. There's a lot of things out there. Sallyport has been very supportive of them. They're not really Sallyport. They don't really like Sallyport. Fact is, they don't like a lot of high tech stuff, right, Mary Lou? I mean, so there's some things about that. Then the last thing that was interesting is Andy Lamb was really talking about the birthdays, and they all agreed. Everybody agreed how meaningful those birthday posts were, because, like he said, there's people he didn't know in the class, and then this particular little blurb really brings to mind who the classmates are and how they can be better acquainted. So then he said he wanted to know if we wanted to have our birthdays posted. And I know some ladies have had their names mentioned, but he was asking, would we like to share our birthday information? And along with that, we'd probably have to share a little bit of what we wanted to have said. And I know Les is doing something for his wife. I've seen the blurb on that. And so the birthday celebrations, do we want to be part of that? Does anybody want to do the exploratory committee to navigate healthcare systems, to develop some way to do a single point of contact? I think that's it. There was a whole lot of stuff, but a lot of discussion. I think those were the main key points. Jean, Mary Lou, you were kind of listening in on that, were you? Or you?
Yeah,
did I miss something?
Jean did a 90-minute talk, and that's number 6. The recordings on Sallyport.
Yes,
but he talked, and it was mainly, I felt like it was mainly geared for the spouses, for the wives, that you need to know what's going on with your husband's VA.
Yeah.
You know, has he applied for everything that he's able to apply for? And he had a lot of great ideas. So.
And I did know that a lot of us have, I know I've been spreading the message, you need to figure out what your husbands are doing, right, Pam? So right. We hit we talked to everybody, and again, we that are left behind, unfortunately, end up being the recipients of what decisions the husbands made or didn't make. And I think that's important for us to really get going. And that's about it. Okay.
Thanks, Diane. Thanks, Mary
Okay.
Lou. Yeah, all of those recordings that Jean made doing the talk on the VA, and I just heard from David Clem tonight. There's another one on Parkinson's.
Yeah, Parkinson's.
Yeah. So if you're interested in those, we can give you the YouTube links, or they also on Sallyport. But thanks, Diana. We do want to celebrate. We have 8, actually, I think 7 girls that received their backpacks from the first quarter. And so I want to recognize them. Thank you for all your volunteer time. Jean, Lisa and Patty, Nancy, Des and Arlene, and Anna. And Anna had a previous meeting tonight, but I said, well, if you're not going to be here, you have to send a picture. So she did. So there she is in her backpack. So, don't ever tell me that you're not going to be here. You have to send a pic. So, and then there were so many volunteers that I went back over all the surveys and the meetings and the event planning. And so we've already announced second quarters. And actually their backpacks should be, I got the tracking yesterday, and so they should arrive at my house, probably not today, not tomorrow because of snow, but by Thursday, and they will be on their way. So I want to recognize them since we don't meet again until June. So it's Tony and Betty, Sue Wilhite, Robin and Lynn, Monica, Susan, Beth, and Denise. So congratulations to our volunteers, and you'll find out tonight that you too have more and more opportunities to volunteer and get a backpack. So your backpack will be waiting for you. And And I love, I love what one person that shall go unnamed said, I saw Cindy's and I just wanted one. Anyway, but so as much as we enjoy and have loved on one another for volunteering and sharing of your time, the reason that the class of 77 put us in their constitution was not only to connect with one another, but to stay connected to the widows of the class. And so the leadership team has spent a lot of deliberation how to respectfully and lovingly do this. So the idea came about 6 months ago to send framables to the widows. And from that, the leadership team decided, and we took it to the CEC, that it would be the widows that became widows after the formation of the LoC, and those that spend their time helping us and volunteering. So these 11 ladies have received their framable. And Jenny Lennox is, our assistant outreach leader, and she wrote the card that says a little tribute, small and tender, just to say we still remember. And I wanted to share two, we've heard from all the ladies, the recipients, and I wanted to share two thank yous. And also, and Diana's on the screen, so, and I want Diana to also share. But Teresa Hogarth is now also willing to volunteer because of us reaching out to her. And she says, my heart just melted when I received such a beautiful gift. Please call on me if I can do anything to help support all of you. You certainly have been a blessing to me. And she received the sunflowers on the side. And then we just received, and it's this card from Vicki Loveland. And so I just printed it out. And if you don't know, Vicki lives on Long Island. And so even on Ron's memorial, she had a picture of the ocean. And so we sent her this. It says, I can't thank you all enough for the beautiful watercolor painting. It goes beautifully with my beach decor, and I will cherish this forever. The kindness of Ron's classmates and wives is such a testament to the esprit de corps that West Point embodies. I am honored to have married Ron, and I'm so grateful for this connection.
Mhm.
And then a really special thank you to Carol for donating her time, her supplies, and especially her talent artwork. It was all donated by her. But I'm touched, and I have grown so much in my heart toward all of you. And I thank you for what you're doing for all of them. And Diana, would you like to share something? Can you talk now?
No, I talked to Carol afterward, and I called her, and she's so gracious about telling me how much I do, and I looked at that, and it came at a time when I don't know what to tell you. It was just an amazing gift, and very appreciated. Sorry. Anyway, meaningful, as this group is to me. So thank you. That's it. That's all I can do.
Okay. Thank you. And thank you, all of you. And we shared this with the CEC, and all the guys were completely silent, and a couple had tears. So I don't think they knew the power of what we could do together.
Well, and don't you think that these kind of responses tell us that we're on the right track?
I really do, Cindy. I mean, to me, it's no, God's hand is in all of this, even with this response from Vicki, that so grateful for this connection. And actually in the Constitution, it says connection. So we are on the right track. And so I thank all of you for that. Phase 3 and phase 4 will actually go into effect. Phase 3 is sending the widows information on being associate member of the class and also about the ring mount. And those will go out in April. And then the next one will go out when we just send We're Thinking of You card in August. So that gets us, gee, girls, we're 2 minutes ahead. So I just want to give you some, just one little bit of guidance in the breakouts.
They don't do it. They're stoic, they say.
Here we are.
Look who's back first.
Woohoo!
Okay, there is nothing slow about you guys.
No.
And listen, the LoC 77, we are high-tech people.
Mhm.
Yes, I did it all by myself.
All right. So did I. So did I.
I love it. I absolutely love it. So you guys are really, really great.
That's funny.
Funny papers here.
Okay.
It's not even funny. That's the other one.
Okay.
That was.
All right.
That was.
All right. So welcome back. And let's do reverse order, in all fairness. So fourth Reg, Mary Lou, any questions, info you want to share from fourth Reg?
Yeah, our ladies all said no on the birthdays, and I think Denise, you were just making a comment as we were getting off that I thought was probably right on as far as the comments are concerned.
I think it was Diane that.
Oh, was
that
it
said-
Diane?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Diane.
But I agreed wholeheartedly with her.
Diane, could you share that comment with
Yes.
everybody?
I would rather not have my or our birthdays included. I feel like that detracts from the class members, and it's them that we're celebrating.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Anything else, Mary Lou? Or is it just fourth Reg secrets now?
We just had a wonderful time. Well, let's see. We
All
have
smiling, I can tell.
we have some expected grandchildren. Both of Denise's daughters are pregnant.
Oh my goodness.
That's
Oh my goodness.
upcoming grandchildren, so that's very exciting.
That's
Wait.
real. Well,
Are
congratulations.
they numbers 1 and 2, or we already have some?
No, 1 and 2.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome.
So in terms of celebrating, I would say that if you have positive news, including a birthday, I mean, Mike and I just celebrated my 60th all throughout Europe for a month, and it was fabulous.
Oh, well,
Why is it bad to share that? I mean,
well, that's
I
wonderful.
think it was wonderful, and we're excited to be on the Caribbean cruise with all of you in a couple weeks. I think it's wonderful. So if
Well,
you have positive news, why not share it? I don't see why not just share all this good news.
Well, thank you, Sonia. Third Reg, Sheila.
Yes, we talked about the birthday situation, and I think we don't want anything on social media. No Facebook. If you want to celebrate, I think with an email or something. I know I would agree to that, but no years, just the day, the month, and the
Oh, okay.
month and the day.
Years.
But you're talking about a lot of people too, if you want to go that route. So I know I'm kind of on the fence about it. I'm just not sure about that.
Mhm.
And how do we implement it? Do we do it by email or?
Well, I think
Nothing on social media.
okay. And Sheila, I think that is next steps. So,
Yeah.
so right
Think
now
about it,
we're
yeah.
saying we don't want to distract from the guys of the class, no
Right.
social media. This is really good information for what we can say. And then, you know, so how do we celebrate? You know, and so that's a great question and next steps. Did you have anything else from third?
Yes, we did. Monica has a granddaughter in Denmark, so they will be traveling to Denmark.
Oh, fun.
And Des just got back from Maui again for her volunteering. You know, she does so much volunteering in
Mhm.
Maui because of the fires.
I know, that's wonderful.
Right. And also Sonia has been exercising like mad, getting ready for bathing suits. And I'm like, well, you will not be seeing me in a bathing suit. There will be no bathing suit on this cruise for me. Okay.
I'm
So
kidding.
no.
I am down a size or two.
Well, good for you. Well, I'm up a size or two. Maybe that's my problem. But anyway, I've just been bad. But you know, when you were a Kansas City Chiefs fan and they won the Super Bowl and you go to parties and eat, you know, it's so anyway, I think that's about it from Third Reg.
Thank you, Sheila. I appreciate it, and all the Third Reg girls, and congratulations to all of you new grandmothers and grandmothers on the way. I mean, that's just so exciting.
But
All right,
Pam, one more thing
sure.
about the birthdays. Do you want me to go ahead and contact the regimental ladies the company ladies to put a note out to their ladies how they feel about it, or do we want to wait for that? Just
Let's wait to hear from, I'm going to send a survey in case people don't feel comfortable, you know, speaking out, just the 55. And let's see what the 55 reps say. From, you know, this meeting, I get your voice, and also, and the regimental wives, you can help me send that survey out to the regimental reps. And then
okay.
from there, we'll go with that decision, and see what the girls think. You know, and maybe companies want to do it. They can reach out with that. But thank you for your input. I appreciate that.
I just want to say something really quick. I think Les is going to write up his wife. So there may be
That's
just kind of
tomorrow.
funny.
Yeah.
There may be some kind of funny things that get put in there because of the spouses. But again, the question then becomes, do we as a whole want
Yeah.
to do this? And
Yeah.
I think that's rather than an individual, it's what does the group want to do? And then how do we do it? So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Good,
And
Diane.
and it's a big question. I didn't take it lightly. I think it's a big question, and you know, and definitely no years anyway, if we ever said that. And if you did want a year, I'll show you how to calculate to your birth year on Mars. So divide by 2. What? The orbit's 687 days. It's a great calculation.
I like
So
that.
second Reg, Lynn, tell me about what you girls, besides your laughing.
We have the same idea as third and fourth reg. Besides, my ladies also commented they're having enough trouble just getting emails, phone numbers. Can you even imagine trying to get birth dates from, and the monumental job that this would be for somebody to collect? I mean, even the 55 is a lot, but to collect all of our ladies' information is just overwhelming. Not that it's not a good thing to do, but it's like, you know, we're all retired, we got other things going on. And I mean, it's a nice gesture, but everybody said no, they did not think that was a good idea.
I don't want to do it.
Okay, and anything else from second Reg that you can share in a public forum?
Well, we were talking about the cruise and the Air Force game, so no, nothing else.
Okay, all right, and first Reg? Jenny?
Ditto. We felt exactly how the other regiments did. Cumbersome task and not really sure that we wanted to be involved like that. Thought it was more a classmate kind of moment.
Right.
And we had a good time visiting, catching up.
Well, thank you so much for your participation and sharing your information. And so I'll take this and we'll go to the leadership and then we'll send out a memo about that. All right. So Cindy, whoops, not that. Oh, hold on. I've got to find my life. Just a minute. You know, that's what happens when you let Diana and I talk and I start changing screens and all that. So I have to find, there we go. And now
I think Sonia has something she wants to
on to Cindy and the hospitality, which we're all excited about all the events to come. So Cindy, take it away.
Well, the biggest and probably most important thing is with it written on these slides, everybody got a copy of the slides. That makes it much easier. So you have the contacts, you have the information. The fly fishing that Andy Lamb is doing, I haven't heard any more about that, so I'm not sure where that is. Our bike ride, I put down the information as far as right now, how many people are signed up. We have some limits. The bike ride is limited to 40 slots. The Park Service does that. We don't have an option. Eisenhower Farm, I think, is listed to 40 slots. Right now, we do have 2 on a wait list. I am thinking about contacting my park ranger there and seeing if we can't fudge a few more. But like the other things don't have numbers. So you can still come and join us for everything else. The Ireland trip with Scott, if anyone is interested in that, again, I haven't heard any more about it or seen any more about it, so I don't know where he is on that. And company parties, G4, D3, and I3 all have company parties. I haven't heard about any other company parties. If you know of anybody else company-wise having a get-together, let me know that. And then I say the biggest thing right now is the Army Air Force that Pam has been working very, very hard on. I can't wait to hear why we are going to the West Point Community Club and not the Thayer Friday night. I know there's a story there, but I've already called and made my reservation at the Hampton Inn. She was only able to get 40 rooms, so I suggest you guys make your reservation, get that information out. The Air Force Army game was an absolute blast last year, so I really hope we get a good turnout for that. So I guess I would say most of the information you need is on the slides, and if you know of anything else, just let me know and I'll get that up on the hospitality page, or I should correct that and say Mr. Matroka will get that up on the holiday page, or on the page, the hospitality page for me. But anyway, yes.
Thank goodness
there's
for
a lot
George.
coming up. It sounds like a lot of fun. So
Thanks, Cindy, for doing all that.
sure.
Yeah.
So the Army Air Force game, that was who is in charge of the event for that?
Pam.
Actually,
Pam.
it's just ground forces here at West Point. So, and
That links on there.
yeah, you know me, I run the spreadsheets. Actually, Sue Wilhite has contacted me and was talking about it. She lives just north of here. Susan Luther lives in Highland Falls. So we will start to be the ground forces here, with Stan kind of heading up everything, because they recognize his name, not me, at the AOG. So
Imagine that.
everything is kind of a go right now. We're still negotiating with the season ticket guy to because we have season football tickets to do the football tickets for a block. 100 is a lot to ask for, they say. And so, and I don't want to say 50 and 50, but we're still haggling, but the price is still down on that. And I will share the story later at a later date about the movement from Hotel Thayer to the West Point Community Club. All right. Anyway, thank you so much. And Sue said that we could send out a duty roster. So there will be plenty of opportunities to volunteer on all of that. I mean, it's going to be LoC kind of maneuvered. So the guys.
No, Steve Morris going to be on.
Yeah. All right. So Laurel, is Steve around? Does he have something to share?
Yes, I'm sitting in her chair.
Oh, yeah. All right. Do you want to share a screen?
No, because I'm going to keep it short and sweet.
You're going to do what?
Keep it short and sweet.
All right.
All right. Hey, so last week's CEC meeting was remarkable in that it was so unremarkable. We even finished early. So there's really nothing really newsworthy to report. So the two things that I would like to share. If you didn't know, we are in the midst of an election for a new class treasurer. Ed Smith stepped down after 46 years, and the two candidates are Wes Walters, company H2, Chris Otterstall, company E4, and voting is in progress as we speak and ends tomorrow. So by the end of this week, we will have a new class treasurer. The other thing that's I guess noteworthy is an update on the gift, the 50th reunion gift in the fundraising. It is miraculous how generous everyone has been. As we know, John Shepard is leading that effort, assisted by a great team, including Joe Lunsford. And they are now at $5.6 million pledged toward our $6 million goal. And 2.6 million of that is already on hand. And then people are fulfilling their pledges as time progresses. So that's a remarkable, generous effort on everyone's part. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Steve, and I appreciate you coming and representing the CEC here and letting us know all the great things that are happening. I know Stan sent out a message earlier. I think the regimental guys contacted and said there's only one more day to vote. Is that correct, Steve?
Yeah, voting ends at midnight tomorrow.
Okay, so that's one thing that we might help do is remind the guys to vote. And 24 hours later, I mean, about 26 actually, something like that. All right.
So I just wanted to commend Steve and Laurel for all the work that they did. The recon was amazing. It never would have happened without them for the Army Air Force game. And we're coming up on the cruise. And so I would love to hear their recon because I think there's quite a number of us who are going to be on the cruise. But I will tell you, Steve, Mike and I are practicing. Mm-hmm. So we might be able to take you out on pickleball.
It'll be fun.
Yeah,
it'll be fun.
Thank you, Sonia, and thank you, Steve. All right, so this gets us to the end of our meeting. And so just a quick round table to check in and see how everyone's doing. I know that we are 2 screens. And so I'm going to try to go across the top very quickly and down the rows. Bobby, I just saw you sign on. Welcome. And she like Des, they're world travelers. So
traveling everywhere.
Everywhere. So Bobby, you doing okay?
Just got home. We're doing great. Yeah, thank you.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you all.
Cindy?
Hey, I'm here and all's well.
Wonderful. Lynn?
Me, Lynn?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So many Lynn's and so many Susans and so
I
many
wanted
Dianas.
to say I have, what, 40 of these, Pam?
Oh,
Look for me on
48.
the ship. I have these for everybody on the cruise.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And the other thing I wanted to say was for a night light in your bathroom, my daughter-in-law figured this out. The cubes that come in those drinks, those funky drinks, it's just enough light if you have to pee in the middle of the night. Sorry, Steve, if you're there. But I mean, it just gives you enough ambient light with shutting on the whole light.
You mean you keep those from your cocktail that night and then just take it back to your bathroom in your cabin?
Yeah.
So then every day you get new ones, right? With your
No,
new
this
cocktail.
is from a Disney cruise. So that was 4 years
From
ago.
Disney.
And it's still working. But no, the drinks that you get, there's certain drinks that are, some of them you can even buy these cubes on Amazon, I saw.
Well,
Mhm.
that's cool. Thanks,
Ah.
Lynn.
That's really cool.
I stumbled many times in the bathroom. So I wanted to share that with my comrades.
All right. Lynn, thank you for sharing all of it.
You
It
know,
did sound like second reg information, but thank you so much for sharing. All right, Gay, you doing okay?
Everything's great here. We're having a great time.
Oh, thank you for coming on tonight. Appreciate, good to see you. Ellen?
Great. All's well here, just home from a great ski trip in Vermont and headed to Texas to welcome our fourth grandchild in March. So
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Woohoo. Arlene? Arlene, you're on mute.
Muted.
All is good here.
That's great. It's good to see you. Looks like you got a perm.
No, this is natural.
Oh,
You lucky thing.
yeah. Nancy?
Everything's good here. Just reminder, there's a lot of information on Sallyport about events, a little more additional stuff. You can get that there.
Well, thank you, Nancy, and shout out for George.
I'll let him know.
Cindy and I couldn't make it without George. No one would ever know anything. Robin? Robin. Oh,
We're
yeah,
good.
that's the
We're
other
good.
Lynn.
Getting ready for our oldest grandson to graduate from high school. And he's trying to decide between Army or Navy.
No
Well,
decision.
he needs some help. Ladies, can we help?
Of course.
Okay. Sheila?
Everything's good here. I just finished up my cataract surgery so I can see now other than reading. And I'm getting I got a hair appointment tomorrow for a cut and color, and I'm getting my pedicure. I am getting ready for the cruise.
Oh my God.
Excellent,
see you.
excellent. Betty? Oh, Betty, you're on mute. No, Betty, you're still on mute. Let me see if I can. Oh, I can only ask her to unmute. Betty, work on unmuting, and I'm going to ask Laurel to say something. Find your microphone. It's red. Make it white. Laurel?
All good. And
There we
also
go.
the little battery powered candles are also good for the cruise bathrooms.
Okay, I'm glad you and Mama Lynn are taking care of bathroom. Okay, and Betty's back. Betty.
Yeah, everything's good. Everybody's well and happy and good life.
Good to see you, Betty.
Thank
Jean?
you.
Did you call me?
I said Jean. I don't know where she
Oh,
went.
sorry.
I
I didn't
clicked her and she disappeared. Jean, there you are.
I'm doing well. Can't wait to hear all the cruise stories and make sure everybody has a good trip to the bathroom, you know?
You know, I don't know. I don't know whether to delete out this part of the recording or let it fly.
I'd say let it fly.
Let it fly, yeah.
Let it fly.
It's valuable information.
Yeah, it is. It's important information. Monica, and congratulations on Alexandria.
Yeah, thrilled. Obviously, that's the best thing that's happened. Can't stop smiling. Life is good. We've been blessed.
Oh, very blessed. And what a cutie. Thank you for sharing. Denise?
Everything's good. Thank God.
Yeah.
Everything's good.
Good to hear. Good to see you. Jenny Lennox?
I wanted to congratulate Denise on her upcoming first grandchildren. It's the best job ever being a grandparent.
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you.
Ronnie? Oh, Ronnie, I didn't see you earlier. Hey, Ronnie.
I've been here. I'm doing good. Everybody's good.
That's good to hear. Mary Lou?
Gina and I just got back from a trip down to Texas to see Bruce and Jenny Frazier and the Dixondale Farms and the wonderful onions down there. It was a lot of fun. We had a great time.
Sounds so wonderful. Thanks, Mary Lou. Cecilia? Oh, hey, Cecilia. I didn't see you come on either.
Okay. I'm doing good. Wish you all who are going on the cruise a lot of fun. And as you drink, use the bathroom so you don't.
Okay, I can't cut out all of this out. So
have lots of fun.
It sounds like it's going to be wonderful. Tony, good to
Yeah.
see you.
Good to be here. Can't wait for the cruise and the bike ride.
Yeah.
Party at our house the night before. Woohoo!
Oh, yeah, that sounds great. Okay, and the LoC artist, Carol.
Thank you, everybody, for all you do. And I can't wait to hear all the stories, to include the bathroom visits of the cruise. Have fun.
That'll need to be a breakout room, okay?
So the thing on the cruise is there's 2 days where we have nothing to do. And for some of us who live our lives in 5-minute increments, because we were in the military, we don't know how to relax. We play pickleball.
Oh,
and so my husband and myself are bringing extra balls, extra paddles. If you've never played before, we'll even have extra shoes. Come join us and we will teach you how to become pickleball aficionados on the 2 days when we have nothing else better to do.
Sonia, thank you for that. And I heard Sonia was going to do that. So I appreciate that pickleball commercial and hearing from you. So thank you so much. Diane Wheeler.
All is good here. I hope all of you enjoy the cruise. Sounds like a lot of fun. I'm playing pickleball here.
Oh,
it's fun. It's a good thing. We have about 4 or 5 days a week when we can play.
Yay! For you.
That sounds so excellent. Let's see. I've heard Cynthia. I can't tell. I've heard from Cynthia. No, that's another Cindy. Yeah, Cynthia.
Yes, we're good here.
Oh, you're good here. Well, great. I can only see this, and it's like, okay, that's not my other Cindy. You're both light color hair and glasses, and have Cynthia on the screen.
Sorry.
We can talk about the
My iPad won't straighten up.
Thank you. Okay, Lynn Lasher. You're on mute.
Yeah, I was looking for the button. So I guess when we're done, I'll be on Amazon looking for those little glowy things. This will be our very first cruise. So thank you, Rick and Robin.
You'll love it.
Thank you. And Des?
All's good. Good to be home. Looking forward to the cruise.
To going again, right?
Yes, and then going again, probably.
All right. And last but not least, Diana?
All good here, Washington State, staying busy with my fire department, and that's it. Driving my fire engines around the county, so that's all right.
All right, listen, you know that we have one more thing to do, and smile on 3 and all handouts that has all the links. Cindy put a lot of links on that I didn't have in the slides, so you'll get it there.
Okay, appreciate it.
All right, thank you guys. See you.
Yeah.
Happy
Bye.
cruising.
Fun. Okay.